Hello everyone, I'm Wes, and today for you I have a brand new country, and it is Russia. Today, we are gonna discover 9 new units with Russia, and the first one will be the Partisan. The Partisan are the industrial version of the militia from Eastern Europe, which means they can be created by your houses every 150 seconds for a cost of 0 resources. He can move at a speed of 50 and deal 12 times 7 of damage, because if you didn't notice, he do have a shotgun in his hand, which means he'll be more efficient at shooting at a close range. Also, he will shoot every 5 seconds up to a range of 80 and with a bullet spread of 20%. His armor has 20% chance to defend himself against 4 of damage, 30% against 2, another 20% against 1, and finally 30% against 0. Those wild citations will be extremely useful to be able to defend your base, for example against cavalry, or even as a human shield to be able to defend your other units. The next unit Russia has to offer is the soldiers. What I find very interesting about the Russian soldiers is they have the same feature as the Asian nation, which is being able to have up to a reserve of 3 soldiers per barracks, which can allow us to spawn a lot of soldiers in the same time. But before taking a look at how they look like on the battlefield, let's take a look at their stat. Like I said, the barracks can hold up to 3 soldiers. They will take 20 seconds per soldiers to be able to join the reserve, and it will cost you 1 of population, 100 of food, and 100 of wood. For the stats, the soldier will move at a speed of 55 and will deal 22 of damage every 2.5 seconds. He can shoot at the range of 150 with a bullet spread of 12%, but the soldiers have more trick under their sleeve. They can also attack the aviation unit, dealing 9 of damage every 2 seconds, and they can throw grenades to the enemy vehicles and building, dealing 60 of damage every 8 seconds with a bullet spread of 20%. And finally, for the armor, they have 20% chance to defend against 4 of damage, 30% against 2, 20% against 1, and 30% against 0. Due to their fast spawning, the soldier will be an extremely good unit to defend your base in combination with the Partisan as a human shield. But they're not only good at defending. On the battlefield, with some grenade, they will be extremely efficient of taking care of light armored vehicles, different kind of building, or even to take care of some aviation unit. Now, let's take a look at the Red Devil, which is our first cavalry unit. They're gonna take 40 seconds to spawn, 2 of population, 250 of food, and 50 of wood. For his stats, he have 100 of movement speed, 25 of damage every 9 seconds at a range of 8, and he have an armor who can defend himself of 60% chance against 4 of damage, 35% against 2, and 5% against 0. Even if the Red Devil is slower than the normal cavalry, he attacks faster, which means when he's gonna swarm the enemy, he's gonna be able to make a lot of damage, plus he's gonna be efficient at the strategy hit and run to destroy the economy of his opponent. The second cavalry unit Russia has to offer is the anti-air Tachanka. This unit will take 60 seconds to spawn and will cost 4 population, 600 of food, 500 of wood, and 100 of metal. The horse wagon will move at a speed of 60 and will deal 15 times 20 of damage with his machine gun every 5 seconds. Because it is an anti-air unit, he can only shoot at air unit between a range of 50 to 150 with a bullet spread of 18%. His armor have 85% chance to defend himself against 25 of damage, 10% against 10, and 5% against 0. The Tachanka is a situational unit as he can only destroy aviation unit, but you will notice he is the nightmare of all the aviation because he can kite them and destroy them very easily. Now, let's check out together the last unit of the first industrial revolution, and it is the dead site. You will create the dead site inside the factory. You will need to wait 100 seconds to have it, and a cost of 4 of population, 400 of food, 300 of wood, and 400 of metal. The dead site move at a speed of 45 and deal 22 times 10 of damage. He will shoot every 10 seconds between a range of 90 to 320 with a bullet spread of 15%. His armor will have 70% chance of defending him against 15 of damage, 20% against 2 of damage, and 10% against 0. On the field, this artillery unit will do area damage by the help of fragmented projectiles. The dead side will be very strong against all kind of infantry unit and building. But do not try your lucks against tanks or the kind of heavy armored vehicles, because trust me on that, the tank will destroy you. Now, the first unit of the second industrial revolution is the rocket launcher, or if you prefer, the Katyusha. The rocket launcher will take 150 seconds to spawn, 10 of population, 400 of food, 1500 of wood and 600 of metal. Now, for its properties, you have a movement speed of 50, and it will shoot a total of 14 rockets, making all 70 of damage every 50 seconds, between a range of 450 to 700 and a bullet spread of 20%. For his armor, he has 60% chance to defense against 15 of damage, 30% against 2 of damage, and 10% against 0. The rocket launcher is a good support unit for your army. He can harass the enemy with his long range or destroy the infantry, but make sure to always have a good protection for them, as they can easily die from the enemy's hand. Now let's pass to the Flamethrower tank. He will last you 120 seconds to spawn, 7 of population, 1000 of food, 300 of wood and 700 of metal. The Flamethrower tank have a movement speed of 45 and it can deal 20 times 8 of damage in a frontal area zone. He will shoot every 6 seconds up to a range of 56 maximum with a bullet spread of 2%. For his armor, he have 80% chance to defense against 35 of damage, 19% against 20 and 1% against 0. Like the Tachanka, the Flamethrower tanks will be useful on specific situations. For the Flamethrower, it will be against the cavalry and against the infantry. Now let's take a look at the T-34. He will take 130 seconds to spawn, 8 of population, 500 of food, 500 of wood and 800 of metal. He can move at a speed of 60 and deal 90 damage every 6 seconds, between a range of 22 to 170 with a bullet spread of 15%. For his armor, he has 30% chance to defense against 50 of damage, 60% chance against 40 of damage, 9% against 15 and 1% against 0. In numbers, the T-34 is able to swarm and take down heavier tanks with their fast attack speed, but I highly recommend you to add some ES2 to be able to absorb more damage while the T-34 are dealing some. Talking about ES2, that will be the last unit of the day. So ES2 will take 180 seconds to spawn, 12 of population, 500 of food, 800 of wood and 1.5k of metal. He will move at a way slower speed than the T-34 with only 38 of movement speed, and he will deal 100 of damage but every 9 seconds, between a range of 30 to 220 with a bullet spread of 15%. Obviously, he's a way more tanky with 40% chance of defending against 60 of damage, 50% chance against 40 of damage, 9% against 17 and 1% against 0. The ES2 will be useful to take the damage of the enemy while the other units are attacking them, but still, he is able to deal 120 of damage every 9 seconds, which is enough to have a good impact on the battlefield. Overall, Russia is a very good country against infantry. It's a very good mix between Eastern Europe and the Asian nations. Just before I leave, I want to say a big thank you to Salomon Raz, who have his own YouTube channel. You guys need to check it out because he's always helping me with all the scene for my video of war selection. And also, a big thank you to Zen, who also did help me with this video. On that, let me know what you think about Russia. If you like the video, subscribe to my channel. Also in the description you can find my link to my Twitch and to my Discord community. And on that, I'll see you on the next one.